Story of my life, just hustle and flow, baby. To pimp a butterfly, I'm hustling flows, baby. Shit funny, roll with the jokes like a roast, baby. Now that's the end of my speech to this toast, baby.
She banging?
Boom.
Look, this is the shirt that I got when we went to Myrtle
I
Beach.
know. It looks good.
And this is the one he told me. He said, don't wash it. I've been washing this shit forever.
Really?
And
you
it's
wash it
still-
on cold?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I used to wash all my stuff in cold because when you wash it on hot, like the colors get kind of funky.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
But
okay.
he told me not to wash it at all.
Oh,
And I
it
was
looks
like,
good.
because I'm going to have to take the risk. I'm going to have to take the risk on that.
Yeah.
And see.
Gotta scooch it there.
Right.
Oh my gosh, we're finally doing this. Look at us.
I love kids. I love kids.
But yeah.
What the hell is
Okay.
Ho doing?
Oh, there was okay. This is Dana Monet. She is a comedian, a dog mom, and my personal best friend.
Aw, that's sweet.
Oh my God. How was the drive here?
It wasn't that bad. I was kind of like geeking when I said we're past the IKEA. We're starting to really get some owls on us. You know, the IKEA. The IKEA is like where you stop, but it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad.
When you get to like Laurel side, it's kind of, it look a little different on the road.
Because I was going through, and then my MapQuest was messed up too.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going on with like Apple Maps, but it will reroute you, and then it will figure out, oh, you know what, we're still on the right track. Let me put you back on that track, and it keeps doing that over and over again.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare.
So
okay.
It wasn't that bad.
Good. I'm so glad that you're on here. Yeah. So this is my little podcast. We're just gonna have a little chit chat. We're gonna vibe. Everybody gonna vibe. It's just conversation. It's not gonna be nothing too professional, nothing crazy.
I may cry. We'll see how it goes.
Laugh, cry, fart, do what you gotta do.
There you go. It's a very closed space, so
very
maybe
closed
no
space.
bodily odors or nothing.
Okay. All right. So, Dana, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, as you mentioned, I am a comedian. I've been doing comedy since 2021. Fun story of how it happened. I think you kind of know. I was always funny. That was all I had for a long time. That was all I had. But I was dating this girl, and she had broke my heart, you know? And I don't even get down like that.
Jeez, we started off like...
You don't even get down like that.
Okay.
But she broke my heart, and it was the heartbreak was just so depressing that I needed something to occupy my time. And I took this improv class online. It was like a free, God really just be working, because it seemed like it just came out of nowhere. Like you just was
That's how you know it's for you.
I ain't lying. So I did the class, and I'm in the class with like older people. They're like 40. One joint is like 30. At this point, I think I'm like 22 or something. And I was the funniest one in the class. Naturally, because like I've always been funny, but to be in a class setting, that was new for me. And I was the funniest one in the class. And that felt really good, not to be the funniest one, but to find something for one time in the middle of this heartbreak that's like, oh, this feels good. I feel happy.
That's good.
I feel really happy.
Yeah.
And after that, I took a class at the DC Improv. And then I had that big thing, like a showcase. I was also the funniest one in that class. Ask about me.
Nah, she's like, and she is hilarious. Oh my God.
And it started out from there. So, it has changed my life, to say the least, and I'm grateful for her. I'm very, very grateful for her. So I hope that as time progresses on, that you feel a similar thing to the podcast.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes. I love that we're low-key. We're doing this together in a way. Yeah. One thing I do admire about you is the way you started comedy really young.
Oh,
And
I'm ahead of the game.
yeah, that's the thing about it. I feel like you were always funny to me, but I remember when we had the little because we were friends since middle school, by the way.
Yeah.
So when we had the college talk of like what we about to do after high, you probably don't remember.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
My brain.
But it wasn't nothing deep. It was passing.
Okay.
So we had this little talk and this is quiet. Okay, we had this little talk and I was like, so what you about to do after high school, yada yada. And you was like, I don't know, but I don't know about school. I don't know about this. I don't know about that. I'm into comedy. And
I said that?
yeah, you was
Oh,
like,
wow.
you were thinking about it, but you were like, you didn't know. It was like,
But I always wanted to do it.
yeah,
I
you was
always wanted
like,
to do it.
I don't really know. I'm like still into comedy, and I'm just like, when I hear people say they're into comedy, normally it's kind of like, okay, most people that we know, they're not really the funniest people that we know, they're not really like comedians. Like they don't actually go into comedy like that. So when I heard that, I kind of thought it was one of those situations where it's like, oh, I like being funny, but I thought she was gonna end up doing the typical thing of like not really wanting to do what you want to do, but you're just a funny person, but you're not really utilizing your gifts. So that's what I really heard. But for you to do it and start at a young age, because I feel like even the funny people, like you said, there were like people that were like 40 years old in your class. I think a lot of people do, like they were funny their whole life, but then they wait until something bad happens in their life, or like life just doesn't go how they want to go, and then comedy is like their last resort.
Yeah.
I like that comedy was one of her first resorts.
Since legit.
Yeah, that's what I really like. So.
And like I said, even, before doing comedy, it saved my life. I told you that.
Yeah.
It saved my life because that was all I had. Growing up, when it came to school, I wasn't someone that applied myself. I was cheating on every test I took, I'm gonna be honest with you.
For me, probably, maybe.
She ain't had to say all that. She had to say that. But I wasn't like, I just didn't really care, you know? I wasn't a scholar type of person, right? So through all of that, one thing that people would say to me, and they were like, oh, whatever, you're not smart, whatever the case is. But if they said something like, you're not funny, I said, I know you lying now.
Right.
I know you're capping now. Like, you going too far.
Yeah.
So
how would your friends describe you in 3 words?
Funny.
Okay.
Funny. Shy,
Okay.
and I actually am very shy outside of comedy. And I would say, I don't know, maybe like kind or soft natured. You know what I mean? Could you see that from?
Yeah, I can see that.
There you go.
Yeah.
How would you describe me in 3 words?
3 words. Yeah, definitely funny.
Okay. I'm gonna do her after.
3 words. You kind of put me on the spot.
There you go. This is what podcast it is.
3 words. You're funny. I think, what is that word of like, you kind of like dig your nails into something. It's like, I would say kind of like stubborn a little bit, but like in a good way. I don't know how to explain it in a good way. Like, you hold your stance on whatever it is. Like,
I don't play.
Yeah, that type of situation. So funny, I guess stubborn, but like in a good way. And I would say she is reserved. I'll give you that.
I told you, I'm for real.
But shy and reserved is a little bit different. I feel like shy. Well, maybe you could be. Maybe.
I tell people I'm shy and they laugh in my face till they don't believe me because they view me as so outgoing. But it's like
guarded. Yeah, there you
guarded.
go. We always use that word.
There we
go. Okay.
My 3, I would say resilient. I would say kind.
Okay.
I would say kind. And what's the other word? I would say I don't want to say solitude, even though it does kind of
maybe like introvert.
I don't think you're introverted per se, because every time I bring her around people,
maybe like stoic,
she meshes well.
Stoic,
So let's see, we got resilient, kind. She is low key funny, to be honest with you, but you really got to be around it. But I'm gonna say fierce. Those are my 3.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cause she be fighting, y'all.
Oh, okay.
She be fighting.
All right.
So I'm gonna tell.
That's for another time.
I'm trying to get y'all some tea. She don't want me doing.
Not on the first podcast, girl. Okay. Yeah.
I got some stories. Come back for them. I got some stories.
She'll definitely be back, y'all.
But
okay, so what's something people always assume about you that's completely wrong?
That they think that I
Oh my
fall
God.
into...
Not the battery about to die, but I have extra batteries. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so
that way.
what's something people always assume about you that's completely wrong?
That I fit the Aquarius kind of skepticals of, being a ghoster and running away and those things.
Okay. What's a random fact about yourself?
I have like 5 moles on my body.
5 moles?
I got one here, I got one here, I got one on my stomach.
Oh, wow.
I got one, I think, somewhere on my back. And I got one, like, somewhere on my leg. But I got a lot of moles, guys.
That's a fun fact. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I got like 5 of them. Do you know I have one on my stomach?
Yeah, you told me. Yeah.
It's a big one on my stomach. You see, look, you want to see it? You see it?
Oh, yeah, you showed me that.
I showed it to you. I love this thing. It's like a party trick.
Oh.
Because that mole, people don't know about it. People don't know about it because out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight.
Time.
Yeah. When did you realize you were actually funny?
It wasn't a realization.
I think a lot of these kind of redundant, but
I think it was just like, I think it was just something that was me for a long time. When people thought of me, you just put me in the category of like being funny.
That's true.
Let me ask you this. When we met, right? At what point were you like, oh, okay, we're cool?
Do you really want me to get into that?
Not all the way. Because it was a rocky start.
Oh, baby, it was a very rocky start.
Once the pebbles had calmed themselves down.
So once the pebbles calmed themselves down.
There you go.
Okay, I think it was literally you probably just being more susceptible to me. Like, because I think at first... I don't know how to explain it, Dana, without exposing.
Okay.
But I feel like you was more like receptive to me, and then it kind of switched into like, at first you was just guarded or whatever, and then you were probably like even slightly annoyed because I was like, I just really wanted to connect with you because I just thought, I don't know if you did anything funny, but I just kind of felt that vibe of like, this is a funny girl, probably. And I always connect with really quiet people. You were quiet at first. Yeah, I would connect with quiet people. So I think you just became, and you started to open up a little bit more. Like, it probably started with you showing me something like, I don't know, a video or something, then we sharing a laugh, stuff like that. And that's when it first started. Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing nothing. Have you ever completely bombed a comedy show? If so,
Yes.
what happened?
Yeah, so a couple of times. When I started comedy, I was actually misinformed in my own kind of like cocky way because I'm thinking, oh, I've been funny all my life. There's no way that I'm going to do bad and bomb, right? So comedy's hard though. Comedy's the hardest thing I've ever done.
For sure.
So I bombed a handful of times. I haven't bombed like terribly in a minute because I've been doing it a while. But the first time I bombed was, I was in this red room. It was like this red room that was on the stairs of like 3 up. And I told this joke. It was a new joke. So I was telling a bunch of new jokes. So when you do know new jokes, you don't know if they're like gonna work the first time. So I was doing a whole bunch of new jokes, and I told this joke about in high school about how I pulled this girl's wig off, right? But it was an accident and whoop-de-whoop, and it was supposed to have this punchline. It was, supposed to be crafted correctly. But people started to kind of feel bad for me during the comedy set. 'Cause I guess I said something like her brothers were trying to come and jump me.
Oh.
But like, I thought that was funny because in my head, I'm already removed from the situation.
Okay.
But I had bombed then, and then I bombed maybe like a year after that. Because at one point after I started comedy, I started to feel like, well, maybe I'm not funny enough to do it. Maybe I'm not funny enough to do it. Maybe I've peaked because I did so well. Like when I started comedy, I mean, I was thrashing through shit.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, well, maybe I've hit my peak, which is crazy to think of just starting comedy that you're good enough to hit your peak already, right? But
So true.
I was like, oh, well, maybe I've hit my peak or whatever. And like I said, I used to be a really shy person. So to be able to get on stage and like command the audience and like be yourself took me a while to get into. Like now, I've been doing it for like years. It's just me having fun. So I think when you start comedy, at first you're performing and then it just starts to be I'm me on
Natural.
stage. Yeah.
That's a great feeling.
So it took a while to even get to that point, right? And it also takes a while to know your comedy voice of like your comic voice of like what you find funny, how it would be perceived in your voice and all this other stuff, right? All that takes time.
Yeah.
So once it started to feel like it's just me on stage, my bomb rate drastically went down. Because it just feels personable.
It's natural.
Yeah,
that's
it just feels
great.
personable.
That's great.
Yeah, you're not going to do comedy without bombing. I ain't going to lie to you. You're not going to do comedy without bombing a couple times, right? Nothing in life you start and you master it for the most part without any like difficulties.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Even if it's something that you feel like you've been natural at or like something you just, it's a gift. Sometimes it really
even the gifts got something.
Yeah. What's something you learned about friendship as you gotten older?
That real friendship, I think, is more so the downs than the ups. I think in our generation, we normalize the friendship stuff like, oh, we're going to the club, we're getting drunk, whoop-de-whoop. But it's like, bitch, if my mama died, where you at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If my dog died, where you at? I can't just guarantee that we friends because we in the club every Sunday or every Saturday. So I did notice that because, you know, you have a lot of people that you hang out with that find me, you know, cool and we can go and we can hang out. But like, I don't consider them my friends. And I think in younger years, I probably would have thought that, oh, these are all my friends.
Yeah.
You know? I think that also the fact that in friendship, I should be able to talk to you about how I feel about you without it being this whole thing, you know? Because me expressing myself and trying to get us to a playing ground of like getting better, that just shows that I give a fuck. Because if I don't do that, I don't care.
Yeah.
So if I just am like, you know what? Hey, fuck it, and we never talk again, then, you know, it is what it is. But as time goes on, I have been trying to be like, you know, this is how I feel, X, Y, and Z. Because before I used to just be like, you know what, this bitch know what she doing, whoop-de-whoop. But it's not always that simple.
It's really not.
It's not always that simple.
Some people, some people grew up differently, so they don't have the same exact morals as you. Sometimes, because I used to kind of be like that too. Like some people know when they're doing wrong. Some people legit will do something you in your mind thinking is very wrong or whatever. Like of course that like, but they genuinely was not taught that was something bad, and it's like, oh crap, I thought you was doing this on purpose.
I know, and that's like, that all goes into the guardedness of like the fact that, oh, this bitch is out to get me. And they knew what they did. But I would say that also the fact that it's good to see your friends, you know?
Yeah.
It's good to see your friends.
Keep that connection alive.
Yeah, like we don't have, obviously life happens and I'm not the type of friend we have to talk every day by any means necessary, but it's crazy to feel like, oh, you know what, I haven't seen them in X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I do not like that.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to the age where I don't really like that either.
It wasn't an age thing for me. I was like that. I was just like that my whole life.
I wasn't like that. Like, I remember, and this is one of the reasons why, like, you know, things was going wrong with my friends, but I had made a joke back in the day. I was like, oh my God, this was so fun. I'll see you in a couple of months, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I thought that was funny, okay.
Yeah. Do you remember how we first became friends?
Kind of, but my memory may serve me incorrectly. We were on a basketball team. Was it a basketball team? At some point,
started before. At some point,
at
yeah.
some point,
I don't know.
when you got there, did you start basketball immediately, or were you just? Yeah, I don't think so.
Because I started it that second year. So
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, the second year.
So we went to school together, 7th and 8th grade. So
Yes. Okay. Well, let me say this for reference. So at first, when she came, we weren't cool, right? We weren't cool, and Miss Wright, I think she had put us in something together because I remember her saying, "Oh, you guys used." Yes. Miss Wright was like, "Oh," and this may have been like a minute after we became friends, but she was like, "Oh, they didn't even like each other. Now they're the best of friends." That just goes to show you could never judge a book by its. You know how she used to make shit real preachy, right?
Yeah.
She was saying something like that. I'm like, "Oh, okay, you're right." I remember we were in some class, right? We were in some class and they were like putting us in stuff a lot because it was a small school.
Yeah,
so I
it was
remember,
a small class.
I remember them kind of like
we had a good like 12 people in our class.
like so they would naturally kind of put us in stuff. So we would like have to talk at some point. And then at some point in this talking, I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like okay, this is cool. And that whole thing had went on like that.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think. Did I tell you when I would have crushes? Did I tell you that?
You don't have crushes?
I said when I would have crushes like in the school. Did I tell you that?
No. But you had another friend that you would tell that.
Which I wish I never told her.
Yeah.
I wish I never had told her, and I was telling her, but
yeah. You know, if she would have told me, I would have kept that secret safe.
You get what I'm saying? And it was a couple people. You know, I had like some biddies in the school. I like a couple niggas in the school.
Yeah, you never told me that. What was your first impression of me, and has your opinion of me changed since then?
I hope it would. But yeah, my first impression, I said, "Who this bitch?
Ooh.
Who this bitch in the house?"
Because I was the new girl.
Yeah. So that was my first impression, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't know, right? So we wasn't really like talking or whatever, and then so my first impression, I was like, "Who this bitch in the house?" That's my first impression ever. Who this bitch up in the school?
I think everybody was like that against me, but I stood my ground, honestly, because I did not crumble. It would be like a lot of them were like ganging up on me. Like it was literally the stereotypical thing of like you see a girl doing her work and then like some type of bully would come to me like, hey blockhead, what are you doing? It was that stereotypical thing. I was literally just minding my business, and then somebody would come up to me say, oh, your hair is ugly, don't come. Somebody literally said that. They was like, your hair doesn't look good like that, don't come back tomorrow. Don't come back tomorrow with it looking like that. And guess what? I did it again.
Let me tell you something. Someone was like, she had made someone cry one day.
Yeah.
In middle school.
But it was just me. It was so basic. That's what I'm saying. That's it. What she just explained.
She made someone cry.
But what she just explained, it'll be like, okay, people would throw shots at me. Throw shots. I would just roll it off. As soon as I say one thing, and it can be something real small, I guess since it's like they're not used to me defending myself or whatever, it'll just shut the whole thing down. That's why, and I knew that, and that was why I would just take the shots, because I'm like, if I say something back, they're gonna act crazy, and then that's what happened.
And I also think she naturally has, like, she has a way with words too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she doesn't need a lot of words to be like whoop-de-whoop.
My mom describes me as that. Yeah. She was like, Victoria can tell you off in just a little bit of words, and you just had to be sitting down.
Very, like, you feel it.
Yeah, it's cutting. It cuts.
It's a cutting thing. So,
yeah.
Because she probably said, 2 words, 3 words. Like, it wasn't something, she wasn't going off and cursing and doing all that.
I only said one sentence.
Like, it wasn't even.
I said one sentence, and that girl started crying.
And she was crying. Yes. And I remember she got up, and she was in the bathroom, and she was like, oh, she's crying. Because she was in tears. And I was looking, I was like, I don't know if it was that deep that you should be in tears.
It wasn't deep, y'all. It was not deep. I didn't curse her out. I basically just, okay.
I think we were friends at that point, right?
Yeah, we were definitely
friends.
I remember you were cracking up so much. You were cracking up so much.
I think I looked at you. Was she crying?
Yeah, you started cracking up. You could hear it down the hallway. You can hear it down the hallways. Yeah, but have we ever had a disagreement?
Several.
And how do we get through it?
We talked about it repeatedly and over again until we were finally on somewhat on the same page.
Yeah, with Dana, I started to learn a pace to go with her. It's like
Her pace is crazy.
no, I have
But
to
it's a very
learn.
slow pace.
Yeah, it's a slow pace, and it's like don't overtask her, as well as don't come to her with any issue unless it's something that I'm like overly mad about. Because
No, I don't think that's true.
no, I feel like that.
I don't think that's true.
I feel like that because I feel like Data defends her position so much to the point that it's like, no matter what your position is, it'll just be like, no, I did XYZ because this, and this, which I kind of admire about you because, like, don't just be saying, oh, sorry, just to say sorry. But it's just like, almost all the time you just would not let me have it. So I'm like, if I don't tell her nothing, unless like I'm just super duper mad because this girl, she gonna stand 10 toes down on whatever she did. But love her to death though.
Well, she did say I was stubborn in her opinion.
Yeah, but it is good to be like that because in my life I feel like
You don't want people to just like
I have a lot of yes men, and I think a lot of people are like kind of scared of me a little bit in some type of way to the point is like they want to be a people pleaser and please me, and it'll just be like, okay, you just got it, whether they disagree or not. And it's like,
are these like friends you still have, or are these just like men?
I would say men,
Yeah,
but I don't have huge disagreements with my friends. I really don't. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do probably that last part.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do this thing. It's like the best friend challenge. We're gonna see how well we know each other. It's gonna be like a little rapid fire.
Oh Lord.
All right. So, favorite colors?
Gray. Hers is gray.
Purple.
Okay.
First car.
Was it the Buick?
Mm-hmm.
It was a Buick.
And hers is also the Buick.
It was also the same
Buick. Same color, same make and model. We didn't plan that at all. Not planned at all.
That's crazy.
She had it many years before me, and
it was my grandma's.
Yeah.
And then my grandma gave it to me, and then I got a new car, and I gave it to this crackhead, and he crashed it, and I was so sad.
Okay, middle names. I feel like that's gonna be. I feel like I've told you.
Damn, I really don't know,
but I don't talk about it.
You don't.
I probably told you.
My name is easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Jeez. Does it start with an H?
No, it has an H in it.
It has an H in it. It's an H in it.
Do you want the first?
Yes, give me the first.
A. It can be anything that, but you know it has an H.
God damn, I don't know this.
It's Ashley.
Ashley! Oh, Ashley.
Yeah, her middle name is Monet, of
there
course.
It is.
Yeah, but you know what? I remember there was a point of time where you didn't want me to know your middle name and you hated it.
I still kind of have ill feelings.
I love how it goes together.
Because,
that's
like,
very flowy.
I know, because like all these hoes are Monets now. So I
don't think so.
So I be feeling like, damn.
I feel like Marie or something. Like somebody got a Marie or an Ann or something. I don't think people got a Monet. Dana Monet, that sounds tough.
I know. Thank you. Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley. Oh, and it's spelled Ashlee because my dad's middle name is Lee. They had it spelled the right way at first, but then after I was born, they gonna changed it. Yeah, they was like, "Oh, we should have did it that way."
That's good. I'm happy that I knew that.
What?
That's your name. It's Ashley.
I was the one that told you.
No, it's like now.
Oh, okay.
Now. Now I know it.
Yeah. Oh, you know this one, girl. I think we both know this one. Celebrity crushes growing up.
Growing up?
Yeah, growing up.
Oh, Jada Swift.
And for her it was Drake.
It was Drake.
Yeah. Drake.
Love Drake. I just have his poster on my wall.
Okay, that's bare minimum. But I couldn't.
I wasn't the type to have a poster on my wall back then.
Okay, makes sense. I don't think they was having no Jada Smith post. Probably in the Never Say Never joint. Yeah, they ain't have no Jada Smith. Favorite teacher that we shared growing up. I think yours. I really don't know, but I think you gotta think. I think yours would be Miss Bradley.
Miss Bradley.
She was an English teacher.
Is she the big one?
Nah, she wasn't big.
Who the fuck is Miss Bradley?
I don't remember Miss Bradley. She was an English teacher. I don't know how to. She was light skinned.
Is she the big one?
She's not big.
Who was the big one?
Who was that? Miss Jackson?
No, it was a light skinned big one.
Oh, I know you, Miss Cole.
I don't know.
We got to bring
I didn't
that
really
out.
like her.
I don't think you liked anybody, but I was like, for the sake of it, I'm like, maybe.
Miss Wright was cool.
You like Miss Wright?
She was all right. Ooh. She was all right. I like Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson. Okay, I can see, because Miss Jackson was a little wild. To say it was a private school, she was wild. But yeah, I can see Miss Jackson. Yeah. What about, who do you think was my favorite teacher? You probably won't know.
Was it the old guy?
It was.
Yeah, what is his name?
Mr. Bowie.
Mr. Bowie.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, and he was my favorite teacher.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was.
It wasn't like, oh, he's a cool teacher, or he kind of was.
He was firm.
He was a firm teacher.
And
it was more so. He was the history teacher, and I think he taught us health. But the thing about it, he told us a lot of current events, and he was like one of those teachers, one of those people you can go to for like, he was like a walking dictionary encyclopedia person. He just has so much knowledge about just a little bit of everything. Like, that's what I love. I love that about him. Okay, and the last one would be, what's our favorite memory that we have together?
I think it would be her birthday, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
I think it would be her birthday.
For both, I think.
Because she was going through a lot. I ain't seen her in years. She was single. She was ready to mingle.
Okay.
And she was drunk. She was so drunk.
AF. I've never been that drunk and I don't even get
drunk. But we was having a good time. Though.
It was the best.
It was really fun
time ever. That was like, yeah, we reconnected, and then not only did I reconnect with her, I reconnected with other friends as well. Like, we was in the club. We was just laughing our butts off. We had unlimited bottles to drink. It felt like
it was a vibe. You still talk to the cutie patooties?
Off and on. Like, we're cool, but we don't really talk like that. But it's always been like that. She is one of those friends where it's like,
she's used to avoidant friends.
Yeah, she is one of those friends where it's like, we can go years without talking, but when we meet up, it's a vibe.
It's still a vibe.
Yeah. All right, Dana, that was the last one. I'm so happy.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel
about doing this?
Like, how do you feel about the episode? How do you feel about the new journey that you are embarking on? I feel like it's very daunting. It's a very daunting thing. And I think with having guests on, it'll definitely help me open up versus me just doing this by myself, especially if I click with a guest like you. And that's why I specifically chose you to be the first one. So it'll be like, I can open up before I start getting into like acquaintances and strangers and stuff like that. I don't want to be By the way, I don't think she needs any help opening up. Like, I think she is very social.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But on the camera, it's a little bit daunting. It's like,
you gotta act like it's not there.
Yeah.
You just gotta act like it's not there.
I try. But yeah, it's a daunting thing. And I'm really hoping that I can become consistent with this. That's the hardest part. I am one of those people that start things and then don't really finish it. But it's due to life, as well as like, sometimes I feel bad about, sometimes I just feel bad about, what is it? I'm drawing a blank. It's people walking by. Sometimes I feel bad about pursuing things that make me happy in the midst of going through some challenging things in my life. It's like I would rather tackle those challenges versus do my little outlet sometimes. It's like I almost feel guilty about it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't feel guilty.
I try
This is your
not to.
fucking life.
Yeah,
This
literally.
is your life. So if it's not happy to you, then it's not happy at all. And I think you should start like vlogging at some point. You know what I mean? I think you should start vlogging because she be like all over the place, you know? She travels so much that people were asking her if she was a prostitute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And she got a little circle.
Where you got the little stories with the flags and there's a million of them. Yeah.
We're like,
I want to know.
that's how you know that you should be vlogging.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm in Costa Rica, I'm in Iceland. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
And maybe like in a safe way, of course, maybe somewhere like out in public, you could interview some of the locals.
Yeah, I got to get to that point because one of my inspirations, it is Pootie. I don't know if you heard of him. Probably
The black
not.
guy?
Yeah, black. He got dreads.
Yeah, he sang with DDG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's definitely, yeah.
He's kind of cute.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely one of my motivators. I think I started watching him when he very first started, like one of his very first videos, stuff like that. But yeah, he really inspired me too. And so what's a message you like to leave to the audience as the final message? What would you like to leave?
A lot of weight on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Ashley. But I would say, you know, to be happy, to live your life, to be the illest bitch out, and that should go for everybody. And just to, you know, do what you need to do in life. You only have one life. It flies past you. If you're a male watching, you only got like 75 years. Ooh. The women, we got 100. But don't waste your 100 years.
Okay.
Don't waste your 75 years, you know? Do what you feel you want to do. Settle down with one person. Be in love. Have a fairy tale. Be romanced.
All right. That was a great message.
What's your
Like that.
message?
Oh, my message.
In us all.
In this I just want to say, guys, follow your dreams. I know it's cliche, but literally follow your dreams. Don't do the thing of like, oh, I have to do this by this age. I have to do this by this age. I have to do this by this age to make it here. Do everything that you want to do and do it now. That's my message. And thank you.
That's a clocking.
Thank you. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, guys. Look, let me show you my shirt.
Oh,
you see?
cute shirt.
Yep. What's it say?
What's his name?
Read it. What's it say?
What is that?
I don't even know what the fuck it say.
True Kings of Comedy.
Yes, this is the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah.
But we got this.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a vibe. And guys, in the meantime, before I make my return, she'll have a couple men on here that will talk about something very insightful. She'll have women on here that are bold and courageous like myself.
Yes.
And she may have some kids on here too to kind of navigate you through what's going on.
Celebrities too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Clock it. She'll have Jaden Smith next week.
Oh.
And then we'll see how that goes. If maybe
Yeah.
he can bring Willow in and
Oh, she can whip her hair.
hate that song. Fucking hate that song. But yes, guys.
All right. Thank you, Dana. All right. We'll definitely see you again. Give me a hug, girl.
Okay.